Have you ever wondered why Renaissance tragedies like Hamlet or Dr. Faustus feel so emotionally deep, so packed with moral tension and inner struggle? Well, those powerful plays actually have their roots in something much older, which is medieval morality drama. In this video, we are exploring how medieval drama inspired the writing of great Renaissance tragedies, not just in theme, but in structure, values, and purpose. So, here's the main idea. The influence of medieval morality drama on Renaissance tragedy can be seen in the use of moral conflicts, religious themes, and allegorical structures, all of which were adapted to reflect the Renaissance deeper focus on secular thinking and human nature. But first, let's rewind to the medieval period. Back then, drama had one major job: to teach Christian values. Morality plays like everyman and mankind personified virtues and vices like good deeds, confession, mercy, and dramatized the eternal battle between good and evil. These plays didn't leave much room for moral gray areas. Characters were either wholly virtuous or entirely sinful. In Everyman, for example, the main character learns too late that material possessions and worldly relationships can't save him. Only his good deeds can follow him to the grave. But there's more to Everyman than a simple warning about greed. The character of Everyman isn't just a name, it's a symbol of us all. His journey is every person's journey toward death and judgment. And when death appears as a literal character, it wasn't just dramatic, it was meant to startle medieval audiences into spiritual reflection. One by one, companions like fellowship, kindred, and even knowledge abandoned him. Only good deeds remains, emphasizing that in the end, nothing but virtue matters. Mankind, on the other hand, takes a more theatrical approach. It blends serious spiritual themes with dark humor and slapstick, an unusual move for the time. The devils, like new guys and not, don't just tempt mankind. They also talk to the audience, mocking religion and using jokes to draw people into sin. But behind the laughter lies a serious warning that sin may be entertaining, but it leads to emptiness. And when mankind realizes this, he begs for forgiveness, and is granted it. The use of common language, audience interaction, and even crude jokes made mankind more relatable and accessible. And this blend of moral instruction and emotional engagement, Renaissance playwrights definitely took note. But as the Renaissance approached, something changed. Enter the age of humanism, where writers began to focus on individual experience, personal morality, and also internal conflict. And that's when we get plays like Dr. Faustus and Hamlet. Dr. Faustus, written by Christopher Marlowe, it takes the structure of a morality play, complete with devils, temptation, and a fall from grace, but transforms it into something deeper. Faustus is still visited by a good angel and an evil angel, and he's tempted by the 7 deadly sins, just like characters in medieval drama. But unlike Everyman, Faustus isn't just a symbol of human sin. He's a deeply human character, ambitious, proud, and tragically curious.
My God, look not so fierce on me. Adders and serpents, let me breathe a while. The ugly hell, gape not!
He knowingly trades his soul for knowledge and power, not because he's tricked, but because he chooses to. His downfall is not imposed on him from the outside, it comes from within. Even at the end, when he desperately wants to repent, he can't. His internal conflict, his struggle with pride, and his refusal to surrender his ego, that's what damns him. This complexity shows the Renaissance shift from clear moral judgment to tragic self-awareness. It's no longer just a sermon on stage. It's a study of human psychology. And then there's Hamlet, written by William Shakespeare, which pushes this idea even further. Hamlet is not a morality play in structure, but it's absolutely a moral tragedy in content. Hamlet is haunted not just by his father's ghost, but by doubt, conscience, and philosophical paralysis.
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. What would thou do for her?
He is mad, Laertes.
He knows he must avenge his father's murder, but he questions everything. Like, what is justice? What if revenge is wrong? What happens after death? His famous To Be or Not to Be soliloquy captures the core of Renaissance humanism. He's not asking a priest or a king or even a god. He's asking himself. And in the end, his inability to act decisively leads not just to his own death, but to the destruction of nearly everyone around him. Like Faustus, Hamlet's enemy is internal, his own mind, his own hesitation, his own morality. Now, this shift from medieval clarity to Renaissance complexity didn't happen in isolation. It was influenced by key thinkers and writers of the time. Dante's allegory, for example, was deeply religious but openly criticized corrupt church officials. In the Divine Comedy, he showed that sin deserves punishment, but also that redemption is possible through personal change. Giovanni Boccaccio, one of the fathers of humanism, used the Decameron to poke fun at religious hypocrisy. His stories exposed the flaws in human nature, often without offering a clear moral solution. Then there's Thomas More, who in Utopia blended Christian values with humanist ideas to imagine a perfect society, one that reflects Renaissance ideals more than medieval doctrine. And Edmund Spenser's Faerie Queene, a sprawling epic of allegory and chivalry, borrowed medieval structure but used it to explore Renaissance values like honor, justice, and political virtue. Even Ben Jonson, known for satirical plays like Volpone, echoed morality drama by mocking human greed and folly. But unlike earlier plays, his characters aren't punished by God. They fall because of their own stupidity and pride. So, while medieval morality plays offered simple, direct moral lessons, Renaissance tragedies embraced complexity, doubt, and internal conflict. The church saw this shift as dangerous, but audiences found it real because life isn't black and white, and neither are great characters. In the end, Renaissance playwrights didn't reject the past, they transformed it. They took the clear moral structures of medieval drama and reshaped them into profound personal tragedies. Stories where salvation wasn't guaranteed and the greatest enemy was often within. That's all from us. Thank you.